crochet. Uh-oh, we have a sucky kitty coming. All right, come on, baby Bjorn. All right, we're gonna have a helper now. All right. I guess it's the fabric. Can I still teach while you're up there? Is that gonna be a problem? I guess it's the tracksuit. Look, do you see his back legs? He is mounting up there like he's going in serious. Okay, yeah, I've got my hood. I've pulled my hood up to try to protect my neck. It's still not as thick as my robe though. And anyway, yeah, he does love velour. Anyway, so here's your flat fabric of Tunisian crochet. And so the reason why I went all the way through showing the whole hat, because I wanted to show how you turn that flat piece of fabric, you know, especially for a beginner, how you turn it into a three-dimensional hat. So first we take that, rectangle and we fold it in half to sew the side seam and make a tube. And so you sew that seam up to the top. Well, yeah, just get yourself comfortable, like whatever. I needed this laugh this morning. This is so ridiculous that it's me. I hope you guys are enjoying this too. Does it seem as silly to you as it's seeming to me? Now he's stuck in my earring too. Okay, yes, it's funny. Okay, good. Okay, so once you sew up that side seam, and if you're following along in the construction style of the hat, you're sewing that side seam from the brim up to the crown. And so once you have that longer tail up at the crown, at this end of the tube, then you will weave in and out of the tube and cinch it closed and create the cinched closed top. Now, this is, you know, you could be in two camps on this. One hand, you could say, oh my gosh, that is so easy. There's no increasing or decreasing involved. That's as easy as it comes for a hat. Great. And if you are in the other camp, say, oh, I don't like how it's gathered, and it's how it's gathered at the top. That's fine too. If you don't like the gatherings and you are a little more advanced at crochet, you could make a couple of decrease rounds at that top to flatten it out a little bit. Or this would be a good example if you wanted to take the focus away from that gathering at the top. You could add a faux fur pom-pom, or you could add a giant yarn pom-pom. There are other things you can do if you didn't want to focus on it. Or if it doesn't bother you, even better. It doesn't bother me. I like having the ability to teach people how to make hats at different skill levels. Does it show a seam on one side? I can show you the seam, but the way I sewed it, I don't think it's very noticeable. The seam is over here. You might be able to see it. You can probably see the seam, but it is not very noticeable. And from a distance, you can't tell at all. Like, can you tell where the seam is? Not really. Oh, we've got a little bit of a tail sticking out. I guess we better weave that one in, huh? What I really love about this is that notice how we have a brim on here. That brim is done simultaneously with the lace stitch pattern, but by combining Tunisian stitches with post stitches. So in this pattern, I teach you how to do a back post Tunisian simple stitch and a back post Tunisian double crochet. And that's how we get this really lovely ridge here. And not only do we get that lovely ridge, it also gives us a tighter gauge. So we end up having a little bit of a tighter gauge for the brim, which is always nice. Sometimes it's nice for this to be tighter than the rest of the hat. So by doing those post stitches and alternating them in Tunisian simple stitch and Tunisian double crochet, we not only get the faux ribbing look, but we also get that more dense stitch pattern so that it ends up cinching a little bit for the brim. Really great design, I think, and all done at a relatively simple skill level that I would still consider this an introduction to Tunisian crochet, but it's an introduction to Tunisian crochet, combining Tunisian simple stitch, Tunisian double crochet, and back post Tunisian simple stitch and back post Tunisian double crochet. So by combining all of that and making it an introduction to a variety of Tunisian stitches, it made sense to keep the rest of the hat simple so that you can really focus on what you need to be learning. So I'm really excited about it. I hope you enjoy the hat. I think it looks really cute on. I think it's a beautiful design, and I think that if you're new to any of those stitches or any of that construction style, I definitely think there's stuff to learn there as well. Even with this hat, this is the Abigail hat. This is the other video that I've finished so far, and this one is a top-down construction. So we start with the crown up here, and we do increases for the crown, kind of like when we're working a motif in the round. And then we end up working the walls, working even in pattern, and it's a manipulation of the motif. So we're extracting some of the stitch pattern from the motif to do the walls so that the stitch patterns do combine very well, and which in itself is interesting to learn on its own. But then I also show you how to change direction to do the ribbing for the brim on this hat. So we end up going straight down and then working back and forth in shorter rows. And in those shorter rows, every time we come back to the hat, we join to the hat. So you end up making a different direction of stitches and join as you go to the original hat so that there's no seaming as well. So another really fun technique, and it's the type of technique that once you understand how to do it, you could apply it to any other hat, and you could apply that technique to any other project for that matter. Anytime you would want to add a cuff to something, whether you wanted to do it on a sleeve or on a hem or on a hat brim. Right, baby Bjorn? This hat, the Alexa hat, by the way, is in Be So Cozy yarn, which is my #4 worsted weight superwash merino and bamboo blended yarn. And this hat here, the Abigail hat, this one is in Be So baby yarn. Hi, Nanette. Hi, Dee. Hi, Debbie. Thank you, Terry. Yes, he's being awfully sucky this morning. Not shy at all, huh? He's busy. Busy kitty. I think it's the velour. It must be the one outfit that I wear that is closest to the robe that he loves so much. For those of you that watch my behind the scenes videos on other social media channels, I believe I do it in Instagram stories sometimes, I wear a leopard print thick plush velour skin robe at night, and that's the one that he just goes crazy from. Is my skin all red from his nails? Yeah, probably. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. It doesn't hurt. I don't want to, I think I'm going to take my earring. Yeah, he loves the feel of the velour. Definitely. And so this one is thinner, but apparently it's not, it doesn't bother him that it's thinner. Can you see his legs though? Can you see how splayed out he is on, like his legs are spread wide. He is literally flat belly on my body. Oh, I'm not making fun of you, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so these two videos I will be uploading to the playlist today for 24 Crochet Hats book, and as I continue to make supplemental tutorial videos for the hats, I will continue to put them in that playlist. And again, if they will not release until the book is literally shipping, but in the meantime, if you find there's one that you're super excited to know about, you can sign up for notifications on the individual videos, and that's whether you're already subscribed to my channel or not. You can do that. Does anybody have any questions about any of that? My arm's getting tired. My arm's getting tired, buddy. Are you done? Oh, is it time to be big boy? So I make fun of him, not in a bad way. I call him Baby Bjorn most of the time because he acts like a baby. But every time he like goes, I don't need to be a baby anymore, I call him Big Boy Bjorn. Are you Big Boy Bjorn now, or are you still baby? He's in between. He doesn't know. Oh, that's cute, Sarah. It's not every day you see a cat that wants to hang out with you for this long, though, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all, please leave them for me in the comments. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you in the next video.